Hey, what's going on, everybody? So just coming to you for a few little quick things about this game that I personally wasn't like a big fan of, but then were told later on about these options to make things a little bit easier, a little bit more for the play style that I personally like to play. And the first thing I noticed, I let it go, but I noticed that it's similar to like the World of Warcraft type of camera movement. So like right now I have free mouse, which anybody that plays this game would know this, and you'd have to right click to turn the camera. Well, there's an option in here. You go to control options, you go down to camera, you'll see this toggle action camera. Now I set this to my mouse 5 button so that I can press, and you see once you toggle it, there's a little dot there, and I'm able to move my camera however I want. And this makes it a lot more fun for me because I can move around and move my camera as I'm moving around to try and acquire an enemy and also be able to get out of the way without having to hold down right click the whole entire time. That's really, really nice. And then if I want to go back because I need to go up here into my inventory, you just click that same button that you set again, and you're back to the way it was, and you have to right click in order to move your camera. So just click that button to go anytime you're in combat, and then click it again to go back to the way it was. So I highly recommend setting that to a button that's comfortable for you. So like the next things were in here at the very beginning in your options, you'll see AOE Loot on Interact and Auto Loot Pickup. You must unlock the Advanced Logistics Mastery in the Pack Commander line to use this option. So the Quick Interact, I wouldn't pay attention to that. But these first two, I was noticing that I was like, okay, I don't really like the way that the picking up the loot is in this game. And somebody in chat told me about these two options. This changed it up a lot. I really enjoy having these two. So AOE Loot, whenever you press the interact key, so instead of being right on it, you can just pick it up from the area. And then take all items when looting. You'll no longer see the loot window unless you run out of inventory space. And so you have to be aware that, like it says, you'll run out of inventory. But for me, that doesn't really matter. It doesn't really bother me that much. I'll finish killing whatever enemies I'm fighting, and I'll go through my loot and see what I want to keep and what I don't. It's not really that difficult. And I've only run into this problem a couple times because I actively go back to, you know, like a town or whatever to sell certain things or whatever. I'm aware of that. So for me personally, it's not really that big of a thing. But these two things changed the game up considerably. And then in here with the camera having the ability to toggle action camera. But the final thing is up here, strafe left and right. I set these to A and D because it just didn't feel right. And so having the ability to strafe I felt was more important. So these two buttons, I would consider changing them to A and D. So all of those things combined, pressing the action camera, being able to strafe left and right, and then when I attack something and it drops something, being able to just press F when it's near me rather than right directly on it. All of those things made the gameplay a lot more smooth, and I was able to get into the combat and be able to kill the enemies a lot more efficiently with all of this set together. And so just wanted to do that video for you guys. I noticed that there were a couple comments out on the internet that said that they particularly didn't like certain things about Guild Wars 2, and that was their issues, that they just didn't know. They didn't know that in the options those things existed. And so for me personally, this may not be for everybody, and there may be people that prefer to play like a WoW, World of Warcraft style, where you have to right click in order to move your camera. Some people that might be comfortable, they might be comfortable with that, but for me it was just like these options that I chose, it changed the game up for me, made the game more fun, literally. So yeah, I just wanted to do that for you guys so you guys are aware that there are options to play this game more what might be your style. But anyway, yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. Hopefully you found this informative and helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, later.